Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, this is Matt and Sarah and I am Sarah. It has been a while since we shared a grocery haul with you. So I wanted to take a minute to share what we bought this week grocery shopping. We have a family of 6 to feed and we have a meager budget of $100 a week to spend on groceries. Now since we butcher our own chickens, butcher our own pork, and we are able to get beef from a family member, we do not include any of that in our budget, along with anything that we are growing in our garden or preserving. Of course, sometimes I'll pull some of that money for seeds and things like that, but this is just what I bought today with my $100. Now, we typically go to a few stores for our groceries. Aldi is probably our favorite as far as affordability. We also shop at Sam's Club because sometimes it's nice to be able to buy things in bulk and get kind of a discount doing it that way. And then we also will sometimes buy at Target because they have a decent organic section, and really Target has everything as far as groceries and other things too, where we are. I know not all Targets are like that, but we are blessed. So I end up getting so many questions like how we are budgeting since prices seem to be going up on different things. And even though I think that pretty much is the case with many things, I don't magically make more money because prices are going up. In fact, it probably hinders me making money because of our job. But I still stick to the same budget. So I'm going to go through how I figure out what we're buying week by week for groceries. I am old school pen and paper type of person. I keep a running list on my fridge of things I need. I do not buy everything on my list, so I try to replenish as soon as I take the last of something like out of the cupboard, put it in the fridge, it goes on the list, and I know I have a little wiggle room with when I'm going to buy it again. So this week we are just going to be shopping at Aldi, and that's because I really don't need a lot of things other places. I do need to get some flour, and I prefer to get organic flour from Target. Aldi doesn't have it, but I've had to make accommodations with that because Target doesn't always have it either. And that was kind of the main thing I wanted to get there. So I'm not going to worry about it. We're just going to go to Aldi and we're going to go from there. So the first thing on my list is, you're going to be seeing this after Halloween, but I'm going to need Halloween treats for one of the kids' classes. And then I'm also going to need candy in case we get any trick-or-treaters. We don't usually. And so what I do is, as I'm figuring out these things now, as much as I don't want to be buying these things, it's really important I get it this week or we won't have it for Halloween. I try to kind of guesstimate how much I'm going to spend. I'm going to kind of combine these two because some of the candy I buy might be for Halloween treats. I'm not really sure yet. And so I'm going to just guesstimate that I'm going to spend like $20 on this. Now, since I have a $100 budget, that already is taking $20, and I just figure this out for each thing. So the next thing on my list is spinach that I would like to get. We still have frozen spinach, and the spinach in our greenhouse is getting bigger, but I don't quite want to pick it yet. So I'm going to kind of guesstimate that I want to spend about $4 on spinach. And as I go through here, I can change these. So if I think I can get a bag of affordable spinach for $2, I might be able to buy 2 bags because I allocated $4 for it. Or I can splurge and get the organic spinach that's closer to $4, and I kind of just make it work this way. So let me quick write this down and then I'll get back with you. So the next thing I do after I figured this out to about $100 of things I need, want kind of thing, I will always add a couple things to the bottom of my list that would be nice to have if I have a little bit more wiggle room in my budget. Sometimes I go to the store and they're completely out of something. I'm not going to be buying it. I can use that money elsewhere. I almost always spend my full $100 or close to it because I will guesstimate kind of the prices. So sometimes I'm off a couple dollars, but that's all right. So I'm going to add butter and garbage bags and cream to my list, and then we'll see what we have room for. Alright, so I'm back from shopping and I just wanted to show you how I keep track in the store with my list and how I did. I ended up spending $95.31, and that was just because I was off on my numbers since I round up. For example, our milk was $3.79 and I bought 2 of them. I just marked it as $8, so I'm off a little. I would rather be this way though than the other way, so that works for me. So what I do is, as I'm picking out what I'm getting, I write down how much it actually costs, again rounding up. So if something is like $7.70, I just write $8. So the Halloween treats and the candy ended up being $16. So just make a little note that I have $4 extra here because I allocated $20 for it. And then I have it on the side of my list for spending other places in my budget. So you can see I bought spinach. It was a little bit cheaper than I expected. Lettuce was the same. Fruit. So I had 3 fruit items that the kids really wanted. They wanted cantaloupe and grapes and, what else was it? Oranges. And so I'd only allocated $4. So I was able to use some of this extra money and put it towards the fruit. Vinegar, I had previously been $4 a jug, so I estimated that $8 would buy me about 2. And it was cheaper, so I had a little extra spending money there. Same with chips, and then a lot of the other things are pretty close. Well, looks like I might have forgot $1 here. That might be why this one's off. And then, yeah. So when I got to salt, the only salt they had is the one I'll show you in the grocery haul. And so they didn't have any cheap salt. So I have $2 extra there. I really wanted some good like powdered salt and they didn't have any. So instead I just went with a grinder. I just broke my salt grinder, so it was fine. So I just spent $2 on that, something I wouldn't have otherwise bought. I circled it because this needs to go back on my grocery list when I get home. I bring this home. I transfer anything circled back to my grocery list to be sure I can get it the next time around. Sugar, some cheese. I spent a little bit more than I was planning because of this extra money here. Let's see what else. Oh, I planned on getting just a gallon of cheap milk. The organic, not organic has been kind of a thing for us lately. So I had planned on that, but I had a little extra here. So instead I got 2 half gallons of organic milk, so it's closer to $8. And then I did not get butter or garbage bags, but I had $5 extra when all was said and done. And so I got some cream. So again, it didn't quite equal $100. It was $95.31, but this is kind of how I do it. So here is a picture of our receipt because I know you want to see it. So honestly, for me, just keeping track helps me stay on budget. Today, we only went to Aldi, and this is what we bought to feed our family of 6. So we purchased some chips, 3 bags of organic tortilla chips. One of our family's favorites is chips and salsa for a snack or a side dish for any of our meals. We picked up 2 containers of napkins because although we use cloth napkins, there are times when they did not get washed or they did not get folded, and just having a convenience option is great. So we grabbed 2 of those. We picked up some maple syrup for my coffee, and even though it was not in the budget for today, we picked up some organic half and half for coffee as well. We had a little bit of wiggle room in our budget, and we decided that's what we were going to spend that on. We picked up 2 half gallons of organic whole milk and some sliced Colby Jack cheese and 2 bags of shredded Mexican cheese. We also picked up 2 jugs of vinegar, 4 bags of flour, some dishwasher soap, and some salt, some lettuce, some spinach, some grapes, some oranges, some cantaloupe, sour cream, sugar, and then you're seeing this probably after Halloween, but we are just a few days before Halloween, so we picked up some candy bars to have out at our house for Halloween in case anybody stops by, and then some fun dip candies for the kids to bring to school for their friends, and we'll probably use some of those for any trick-or-treaters too. So pretty simple list this week. We got a lot of basic things, not really a lot of stock. I do like to buy a lot of things in bulk to help us. So I did buy 4 bags of flour. I try to keep about 25 to 50 pounds of flour always on hand. So if I get down below 25, I try to stock that back up. Some of our dairy is organic, our sour cream is not, and that's been something that we've kind of had to make accommodations with the last year or so, deciding when organic is a better option and when it's not. So if it fits in the budget, I do try to buy it. If it doesn't, I don't. Our dishwasher soap, I did buy the store brand dishwasher soap. My thoughts are, if my appliances do well and can use this, I would rather be spending my money elsewhere than be buying name brand dishwasher soap. We ended up spending $95.31. After you've gone shopping to the same place often enough, you usually know about how much things cost. So if you'd like to see more grocery haul videos, be sure to leave a comment down below and let us know. And glad you got to see us again. Bye.